No big deal.
Have you come outside and stare at the bugs flying in and out of the hole?
Yeah. He calls over. What's he doing? And he's rubbing the holes with a wand.
Yeah, it's got dust on it. And he's like, yeah, 14 days. And if it doesn't work, we'll come back. I'm like, okay.
Oddly similar to Miracle Max and Princess Bride. You know. Don't go swimming for 3 hours after resuscitation.
And he's like, yeah, 14 days. We got to get him out before winter or we're not getting him out at all. And I was like, okay. Glad that there's just no solution.
Humperdink.
Your house will just... Humperdink, humperdink, humperdink.
Stop! Hang on! Get away!
He said, Bashir. Or no.
To blade. Which, as we all know, means to bluff. True love is what he said.
Liar!
Get away from me, you winch.
Yeah.
True love's nothing better than it. Except maybe a mutton and tomato sandwich where the mutton is just...
Princess Bride. Great movie.
Yeah. Highly recommended.
But I don't know if it'll go over with the kids these days. When you guys went to do the Super Bowl stuff and I was taking care of the kids for the first time, I brought all kinds of movies, including Princess Bride, because I was like, this is for sure a home run, because I don't know anyone who's seen it and hasn't liked it. And they were like, meh.
Yeah, I know.
And it's not, there's no special effects that are behind the times of it.
Yeah, it's not like showing Indiana Jones where
where they come out of the tomb.
Exactly, and they're like
the ark, I guess.
And they're like, and then the two guys melt.
Yeah, I love that old school melting.
When I was a kid, those guys melting just terrified me. And then I watch it now, and I'm like, it looks like a crayon.
Yeah,
waxy.
Totally. Yeah. Somebody's out there carving basically a crayon, and then they're like, just get the blowtorch.
And they're like, and then shake it a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh my God, was that terrifying when I was a kid?
Totally, yeah.
So we tested the Oreo flavored Coke on the show.
Show it to the camera.
Oh yeah, here they are. This is a Coke bottle. I was like, why do they have the Eiffel Tower made out of Oreos? But it is a Coke bottle.
Wait, it doesn't have like a pull thing?
No, that's what I've been fumbling with this whole time. Damn it.
You gotta have the brains.
Here they are.
Oh, look, they have like,
Damn it, Kalyn. What shit are you gonna break around? Ah! Everything goes tipping over.
I can't go. You can. I wonder if the middle part tastes like the middle part normally does, or if it tastes like...
No, it's something special.
It's got the...
Yes, it is.
Oh, that may be the Coke part.
Could be. So, all right, so we try one whole first, and then the individual pieces?
Yeah. It's got kind of a cherry thing to it. It doesn't taste like Coke to me at all. I feel like it totally ruined Oreos.
The filling has...
This tastes like just Oreo.
Okay. Maybe
the dark one, to me, this tastes like nothing.
Yeah, just like a butter cookie.
Right. I was thinking that was going to be the cherry part.
With a lot of red dye. And then this.
It's got like gritty. It's like I can feel the sugar crystals. Or maybe that's Coke crystals.
Can you tell there's popping candy in the filling? Is that what you're reacting to?
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh!
So there's like Pop Rocks in them.
Oh! Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I was like, why is it gritty?
Coca-Cola with popping candy.
Oh! Pop Rocks are pretty fun.
Yeah, they are super fun.
I don't really know why we like that, like, feeling of something exploding in our mouth, but like, oh! Seems dangerous, but not dangerous.
Yeah, what an invention popping candy was. Like, how did... We got to get somebody on here to explain.
It was like, let's put that in your mouth.
hey, Hank.
Try something for me real quick. I know I'm a chemist and I'm working on explosives here, but like, give this shit a shot. Put some sugar in there.
And Hank's like, I mean, this is good, but if you flavored it like grape, that would be amazing.
Totally.
See, and then you got to wash it down with this.
With a little bit of that. Yeah, this is a nightmare. I hate that.
Coca-Cola, guys. I mean...
Yeah. Are you taking a note off of the Mountain Dew partnerships playbook? This one was not the best, I think.
So I know exactly how good these Oreo cookies are because there's a blogger out there who rated every flavor of Oreo. But yes, I eat Coke Oreos so you don't have to. Over the past decade, I've eaten nearly 100 different types of Oreos.
Wow.
This may be the most surprised. His rating is not terrible.
So a solid
C minus, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
3 flavor components. There's one normal chocolate cookie. Then there's a red cookie, which tastes like a golden Oreo.
Right,
And
so we're right so far.
finally, you've got the creme, which creates a surprisingly accurate simulation of cola flavor, along with pop. Yeah, I know. I don't feel it's so surprisingly accurate.
No, it tastes like soda to me.
Yeah?
I get a little bit of like crappy, generic. I don't know. Like,
It's mellow, sweet in the way Coca-Cola is. I get little notes of spices, such as cinnamon.
I don't get.
My brain was also convinced I tasted cherry.
Yeah.
Right? So are they good? Good is a strong word. They're tolerable. They're interesting. They're not terrible. Glad I tried it. Number 93.
I don't know if I'd get another box ever.
Right. So you rank them number 69 overall.
Oh, banana split Oreo.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
Cookie dough is bad. Cherry cola.
They already had cherry cola, so they didn't have to work too hard at this.
Oreo Thins Pina Colada. Fruit Punch Oreo. Pistachio. Sour Patch Kids.
Mystery Oreos. Fruity Crisp.
Mega Stuff Oreo number 10.
Tide 5 Oreos. Gluten-free Oreos and Oreos.
So this just shows you the Oreo is tough to beat. I mean, original
it's tough,
Oreo.
but it's not impossible.
Yeah. But I would take a double stuffed
Hell
Oreo
yeah.
every day of the week over a plain Jane Oreo. But
Right.
I'm not an Oreo blogger, so he probably knows better than I do.
Marshmallow Krispy Kreme Oreo with number 2.
That-
That sounds like sugar on sugar. A donut with marshmallows in a cookie.
And it's Krispy Kreme donut, no
Yeah,
less. So these are like 3 sugary as hell things all combined together.
Some diabetes.
Well, I think we ought to just keep this train rolling, and we should try those Mountain Dews.
The Voodoo.
The Voodoo.
Yeah, maybe we should first just have
Palate cleansing lip gloss session. Remind us what Mountain Dew is supposed to taste like.
Smells delicious.
It is so good, though. I recommend this product to everybody out there. Mountain Dew, you listening?
Yeah.
Send me some money.
Yeah. Also, this product.
We have an affiliates program. If you affiliate yourself with us in any way, we'll send you a T-shirt.
That's right.
We don't have any definition for what an affiliate is yet.
Yeah,
but
or T-shirts made up yet, but we'll make some.
Yeah, we can come up with an affiliate program really fast.
No problem.
All right, one's diet and one's full fat.
Right. So this is the one I think that you tried before, right? The purple?
Yeah, I think so. So shall we? We'll remind myself and yourself of what this flavor was first.
I've never tried this.
Well, remind me and you'll get it for the first time.
Does it still smell like Robitussin or whatever?
Yeah, it does. The first sip is always the worst.
They smell different.
Yeah?
I think so. I'm confused. I'm not very good at it, guys.
It's just I got to get this flavor off my tongue, too.
Do it.
Yeah, the 0 calorie is decidedly better. You may recall that my original guess was a Twizzler.
Twizzler, yeah.
Oh, that's the wrong cap, Kalyn.
Oh, shit.
The jokes never stop rolling on. Oh my gosh, the comedy is nonstop on the Robert and Kalyn Get Rich podcast. All right, there's supposed to be a candy flavor, so you got to guess the candy.
Skittles?
Oh, like a fistful of Skittles all in one bite?
Or like a tropical Skittles.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I feel like there's something pineapple-y or something.
All right, well, I happened to check before this episode.
Oh, did they say?
And
it's been released?
It's been leaked, I think.
Oh my God.
Here we are, the Voodoo Wikipedia. Voodoo 6.0. Down to the answer. Boop. Oh, damn it. What? This is not what I...
Just kidding. What are people guessing, though?
It's strawberry, says, or maybe not strawberry. Wild berry Skittles.
Oh.
Why is it so good, says Jay. I don't know, Jay.
That shit slaps.
This is the best soda I've ever fucking had. It's making me throw up because I drank like 4 cans. My guess is Sweet Tarts are nerds.
Grape medicine, I don't know. It kind of tastes funny. I'd still drink it, though.
I cannot say I would drink that again, ever.
Tastes like Dole strawberry lemonade. Man, people are all over the place with it.
Man, what a...
so good. Shit's making me sick because I drank like 4 cans.
That guy. See? There's a fire for everything, I guess.
These are our people, the Mountain Dew drinkers.
Well, the good news in this variety of tastes is that somebody has the taste for this podcast.
Yeah.
So
we're looking at you, dude, who thinks this shit slaps.
yeah, if you like Voodoo Mountain Dew, I guess you have a hope in hell of liking our show. So with that, I think we should cue the music. You are listening to the Robert and Kalyn Get Rich, coming to you live, recorded, and then replayed from Cleveland, Ohio. Hopefully you're watching us on YouTube or on iPad, phones. This is really derailed.
Yeah, so YouTube or any other platform that we're on whatever kind of device you have.
Yeah, I don't even know why I expressed a preference. Why would I?
Yeah, and on those platforms, hopefully you like and subscribe, send us to a friend, share the love. Give us a comment.
Why would I write this stuff down if I'm just going to go off the cuff and spew a bunch of nonsense?
Watch on YouTube or on your iPhone, whatever your preference.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're into it.
All right, listen. This is episode 26. Today is October 22nd, 2024. It's a Tuesday. My name is Robert Kimmel. I'm one of your hosts. This is Kalyn Kimmel, your other host. What is it we don't provide, Kalyn?
Financial or investment advice.
Now, we already mentioned liking and subscribing.
Yeah.
There you go. The best intro we've ever done.
Sure,
Amazing.
Sure, yeah. You can do it on your iPhone or Android or whatever.
Thank God.
Your Nokia.
Thank God. Your Nokia flip phone. You get the transcript 3 lines at a time.
That's right.
Scroll through that with your thumb.
Yeah. And then send us a comment. You go like R like 8888.
That's exactly.
That's exactly. Back in the day.
Man, kids got good at that shit, man. That was amazing.
Yeah, people are doing that being able to do that like in class on the sly, where you have to press like 7 3 times, then go up to 2, hit that 3 times. Then this, then have spaces, and it come out legible.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's why you learn to abbreviate real quick. That's where you get LOL and WTF.
That's just what I was going to say.
Except for LOL started this world as lots of love instead of laughing out loud. Believe it or not.
Is that a fact?
Or
I don't know.
At least in parallel. And I've seen memes where mom texts and says, your Aunt Sally died, LOL.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, Mom, why you're laughing? But that was a real thing. I recall when LOL was lots of love. So
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe it's pre-Nokia days. I don't know.
We still have my original Nokia. Well, we, meaning our parents. Like the brick of a phone. Not like what you see on Saved by the Bell, where it's like what they use in Vietnam or whatever. Like,
they're in high school. One guy's got the backpack with the phone.
Yeah, somebody's got to crank it. Yeah, not that. A little more advanced. But yeah, it was probably like 2 or 3 times as thick as an iPhone, but like, this big across. Fit nicely in your pocket. But yeah, you could like drive over that shit. I swear it'd still work.
I feel like there was like a U-curve of delicacy of cell phones. Like today's cell phone, like this guy, you could drop it. You could drop it on cement.
I dropped it on bricks twice in the past couple
I'm surprised you haven't dropped it today. You dropped every other damn thing. And you have a fighting chance of that cell phone surviving. Actually, a good chance, right?
Yeah.
There was definitely a time 5 years ago you dropped,
right,
you're like, phone's done.
Right. Yeah, I've gotten the glass replaced a couple of times, and I swear that's the biggest fucking racket in the universe. It's like, I'd break my original one, take it in, not to Apple, but just to like one of those like, you break it, I fix it kind of places or whatever.
Not shady at all.
Yeah, right. And there was one time I got it fixed, and it was $50, $100, whatever. And I go back to the office after I pick it up, and I literally drop it that afternoon, and it cracked that same drop. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, it's on carpet too. It was like from my pocket height. Like,
oh yeah,
I can't drop it from like hip height to carpet, then I cannot have that thing. It is too delicate for me to handle in my life, obviously.
But I'll tell you, on that racket that you break, I fix racket, Apple is a piece of this, right? Because they're like, you can buy the kit online to fix it, but they're like, don't you touch this phone. It will void the warranty, And so you're like, well, I'm not touching it. I'll pay this guy $135 to fix it.
Right. Because Apple wants $200 or something. And they're going to fix it. Or they want you to do Apple Care, which I like won't have that. I can't do a monthly payment of whatever.
Well, it's a meaty monthly payment, and then
you still have to pay for it.
You just-
It's not even free.
do you have any idea where Andrea landed on the wheel and tire care for the new car, by the way? That's one where over the years, I've gone from my just economic, rational, to just like, you know what? When we bust up a tire or scrape a wheel, whatever it may have cost me at purchase.
Yeah.
But this one was $2,000, so I was like, "Oh Jesus!" You know?
Oh, I don't know. I probably got thrown in.
I don't
know.
I know.
Seems like all kinds of shit got thrown in there at the end.
They were like almost signaling. They're like, "Don't you want to haggle? Well, here's some free stuff. You could have got. Why didn't you ask for this stuff? You could have gotten it." It was like, "Can you come on Wednesday instead of Tuesday? I'll throw in $500 worth of stuff." And you're like, "Well, yeah,
right." It goes to show you what the cost of them or whatever.
Yeah, high margin on those all-weather mats, I guess. Yeah,
right, exactly. Well, on my 2010.
You didn't get the wheel and tire package or the all-weather mats on the...
I did not. But what I did do is buy the lifetime replacement at Discount Tire.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they stay in business with me driving around. I swear to God, I paid for that once, and they gave me at least 15 free tires and every wheel. I've probably gotten 60 tires out of them. And then eventually they're like, "You're going to have to pay for a tire." And I was like, fair.
Yeah, at this rate,
I'm not even going to fight you anymore. You guys are replacing so many times. Okay, whatever you say, man.
I did want to react to that podcast you sent me, which was the scam of the week. So do you want to tee up scam of the week?
Sure.
What was that cat's name? Javier?
It was Ferrara. It was the last name. Anthony. His name's Anthony. Okay, so the timepiece gentleman. So this guy, we talked about resales, and you brought up the mailer that you'd gotten related to how much they were willing to give you for your Rolex. But anyway, so this guy basically had a consignment business, and I got the impression that it kind of started out a little on the legit side,
mm-hmm.
and then he felt like he needed to keep up with the Benjamins or whatever. So this guy was selling watches that were in the $50,000, $100,000 plus range on consignment and doing all this on TikTok. And so as it turned out, he just started defrauding people and not actually giving them money for their watches and all of that stuff. And then got busted pretty shortly. It didn't sound like he was super brilliant about it. I thought it was kind of fun that he faked a bunch of staged robberies and stuff, for extra bonus. But
I'm living life on the edge to get you top dollar on your watch.
Right. Yeah, even with bodyguards, they still make it through. That's how marked a man I am. I'm
like, you're a rich guy. You've got this watch that's $100,000. You want to sell it,
and you're like, who I want to sell it to is this douchebag. He's got mad connections.
Not the guy in
a jeweler.
Yeah, wearing a suit.
Right. Yeah, who works in a place that has locks and shit.
Yeah, I mean, you're buying into this. I don't know what this social media empire this guy had built looked like.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, I don't know what the billionaires are doing these days, but I didn't know that it was watching TikTok on that's how they're like, "Oh, this guy, yeah, totally." He's like, "Oh, he's here at this super expensive restaurant that I'm eating at. Let me see. I happen to be wearing my Vacheron $200,000 watch. Hey, you want to sell this bad boy?"
And who knew that getting a consignment fee on a watch wasn't enough to pay for
thousands of dollars in meals and bottle service and clubs and shit. Yeah, no kidding. And Lamborghinis. I was surprised also that it took the people who were being defrauded gathering all of the evidence themselves. The guy recorded phone calls where the guy's like, "Yeah, look, man, I'm totally in debt.
Yeah.
Some of my clients are way worse off than you. You're rich." And I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, rich people do not think about things the way that not rich people think that rich people, they're like, well, if I were rich, I would not care if my $100,000 watch wasn't stolen, but instead I was getting installment payments from a Ponzi scheme guy because he's a little in over his head, because I'm rich, right? And that's just not, no.
Yeah, right.
You know what rich people want? More money. You know what poor people want? More money.
Yeah.
And people in the middle, also more money. There's damn few people that are they don't want more money. They're like priests and nuns.
Yeah.
They want is children to sodomize. So I only bring that up because one of the podcasts that I listened to was called Open Investigation. The way it came across my desk is because Andrea's half brother.
I just listened to this week also.
They keep coming up with episodes, so they're listening to all 8. And I have got to say, when you're listening to a podcast about children getting beaten and murdered, which is awful in the first place, and then they mention a name you recognize and your sister-in-law talks on the podcast, it's like,
it was weird to listen to that.
That is a mind F, you know?
Yeah.
I will say it's really good. It's well done, well put together, very compelling.
Right.
And it's awful.
Yeah,
well, and how well developed the networks were and all that is incredible in the pre-internet era.
Like how you find one another.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched enough Law and Order SVU, whatever they say on there.
Were you like, why am I even watching this podcast? I've seen SVU. I know how these guys think.
Right, but there's like some sort of signaling.
Well, here's the code in this world is you look for other dudes at playgrounds in a trench coat with nothing underneath. But I'll tell you an even weirder feeling on that podcast is they're talking about Lawrence, Mass. And while they're talking about it, where am I driving by? Lawrence, Mass. And there's the stadium that they're talking about. In this.
Damn. Like, yeah, that's totally like glitch in the Matrix. Like, you should have pulled over. You were gonna solve that crime.
I might have. I should have just followed my senses and been.
Yeah, just been like, take me where I'm supposed to go, universe.
Man, Kalyn, one thing we do is we pull together a rollickingly funny podcast.
Funny. So funny.
Holy smokes.
Like, not heavy or dark at all.
No.
Yeah.
Speaking of not heavy or dark.
So what's going on with our portfolio?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked. I'm going to share the portfolio now. So for the new listeners out there, what we do on the Get Rich podcast is each and every week we pick a new investment that we're going to make and add to the portfolio. And by each and every week, I mean some of the time.
Yeah.
And let's see how our portfolio is done today. Woohoo!
Oh.
We are all of a sudden way back in the green. Total gain 3.31.
Yeah, we were not in the green, were we?
We were in the red last time that we checked. So we have come soaring back.
Yeah, look at Procter and Gamble.
Yeah, Procter and Gamble crushing it up 0.25% today.
Yeah.
I don't know what is don't we usually get percentages here? I don't know. Oh, there is a percent. Wait a minute. No, there's not.
No, there's not. Wait, click that again. Wait.
This column should have percentages in it. I don't know why it doesn't. You'll have to do the math.
Yeah. Why are all those zero?
In here, total return, because it's not working. Well, anyway.
Am I the assholes up today?
Here, let's list them. Here's the top return so far. True
and Chewy. Always.
These, yeah. What happened to Procter and Gamble? It was high. 169. All right, so the sort function doesn't work either.
Okay.
This is just a goddamn disaster. This Yahoo Finance.
I know, I'm like,
do For those listening at home, Kalyn just intentionally threw a cookie on the floor out of spite.
Yeah, take that, Yahoo.
That was the most spite-filled cookie throw in the history of podcasting.
Yeah.
All right.
Or cookie throwing.
All right. This is what I wanted to point out. Our holding in the Denison Mines options.
Yeah.
We bought it 15 cents. It's at 22 cents. It's up 50%.
That is fucking awesome.
It is fucking awesome. You know why? Because Uranium has it's fine. I'm almost back to even on my Uranium investment. Almost. Yes. Another podcast that's a candidate for podcast of the week that I've been listening to is called Uranium Insider. Okay.
Yeah.
So listen, you have got to be a uranium wonk to want to listen to this podcast.
Which you are.
Which I am, because I have a decent amount of money tied up in uranium and uranium miners. Anyway, the guy who hosts it, his name is Justin Hune. It says it's a monthly podcast, but it's more like whenever Justin feels like releasing a podcast, it comes out. So it tends to be once every 2 or 3 months. One came out this week, also on my long car trip coming back from Lawrence, Massachusetts. And so I listened to this. Justin Hune might as well have been standing on his head, over the moon, excited about what is going to happen in this uranium market. Generational opportunity.
Man,
I mean,
big words.
I mean, just incredibly, incredibly bullish.
Yeah.
So
It's got to be music to your ears after it's been kind of a slog with the.
Yeah, I mean, his whole message was like, I hope you stuck with it through the summer. If you did, maybe even added to your position, because now's the time that it's going to pay off. All right, we're not showing this, but here's our 46% return on Denison Mines.
Hell yeah.
And we're barely getting started, because you may recall this is a $5 option, right?
Yeah.
So the furthest out option we could buy, a $5 option, right? The price right now is $2.29. So moving up over this time period from wherever it was when we bought it to $2.29. It doubled the value of the option.
That's awesome.
So imagine this goes to $3 or
Right.
something like that.
I'm gonna buy some of these for real.
I might. You have to have a margin account.
I don't know if I've got a margin account. I think so. They let me do fucking everything on my thing. I'm like, I don't even know what this means. Just buy it. Buy it. Stop asking questions.
I agree with you. I might well invest in these options as well.
This is not advice for you.
Not it. Well, here's the flip side is these guys have never removed a scrap of uranium out of the ground. These guys have what you call a mine. It's more like they're pumping water into the ground and it comes back out and they filter out the uranium particles, dust that's in there or something.
Right. Seems like it's working so far.
So let's see. We like to compare to the S&P baseline.
Right.
S&P has had a rough patch here, a couple days, but up almost 10%.
Yeah, we're up 3%.
Yeah, that's up 10.
Like
hey, but a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
That's right. And the important thing is, are we beating our friend?
And the answer is...
oh, hell yeah, we are. Take that, Andrea.
Friends are way, way down. Starting with this just terrible. Just today, Pulte Group Homes dropped
7%. Whoops.
So today it lost $75. So let's see what's going on at Pulte Homes. If there's any news, maybe they forgot to file with the SEC or something. Pulte Group's Q3 earnings beat estimates. Stock up. Boy,
the one below it, stock tumbles despite topping Q3. Man, this was Andrea's pick, huh?
They're earning.
Oh, that's just like a day.
But she picked it like the week before they gave this earnings advice. And
I was thinking that was a longer chart. I was like, that looks like something I buy.
Here's closer to where she bought it 5 days ago, and it was rocking along fine. Maybe lost a little bit of value, but then yes, today was the tough day.
Yeah.
So I did some research into America's next top model,
also known as
Amentum, AMTM. Now, you remember you were like, what the hell is this? And why is it in my portfolio? Which, in fairness, you say about
90% of it.
But there's a good reason you didn't know what this was. Because Amentum.com, a newly public company.
Oh.
So where the hell did this come from? You remember we were talking about Jacobs like spinning off parts and combining with those parts. And we're like, oh, they got rid of the worst. Yeah. And it's done pretty darn well since the last 5 days or whatever. They're up about 1%, which, not bad over the course of 5 days. Yeah. If you go back 3 months, there is no 3 months. They came out. You can see volume start
October 24th. Yeah.
Yeah. So they peaked. They started strong, and then they dipped, and now they're sort of coming back.
Yeah, but I've held tight.
Yeah, because you didn't even know you were holding it.
Yeah. But they do more aerospace stuff, right? Amentum.
Oh, you wanted me to look at what they actually did?
I mean,
before we make an investment decision,
we did it already. We didn't already invest.
Okay, well, I'm kidding. I did do some research, which is no fun. It's better to just make investment decisions off the cuff, like most of them.
This sounds fun. America's Next Top Model, aka Amentum.
This is the Investor Day presentation, which ran from 10 to something past 1 o'clock with a break for lunch. They should have just scheduled it 9 to noon. They would have saved a bunch of bucks on catering. Yeah. Anyway. So Legacy Amentum was an $8 billion company. They added the piece of Jacobs that was critical mission solutions, cyber security, and intelligence.
Cybersecurity.
Yeah, that was $5.5 billion. And now they advance the future together.
Yeah, they do.
And they have a unique value proposition for all stakeholders, which is you're invested in this big ass company, which doesn't sound that unique, but hey. And
a
then
big ass company does all kinds of shit.
Here's some charts and yeah.
Here's this guy,
John Heller.
Hell yeah, John Heller, so sexy.
Look at. You want to see John Heller? Yeah.
Oh, hey baby.
He's got sexy money, I bet.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
If you're a
gold digger, yeah.
This company was part of the Apollo program, though.
That's awesome.
And Artemis and the SR-71 Blackbird, which I made a plastic model of when I was a middle schooler.
Wow.
Yeah, unmanned drones.
Yeah.
Look how they stack up against their competition, which against all these other
companies I've never heard of.
Yeah. I know Booz Allen Hamilton.
Leidos.
We need Amentum to go out there and kick some of Leidos' butt.
Right. Absorb Parsons or something.
Yeah. Oh, they have the best backlog, so maybe they'll overtake Leidos. I don't know.
Yeah.
But John Heller.
Yeah.
Or
we
what?
got our eyes on you.
If you don't catch Leidos in the next, I don't know,
This should be your number one priority.
6-8 weeks.
This is the strategic plan for going forward.
They do environment, space, intelligence. Yeah.
I swear they're all the same, like everywhere. Like I know how exactly to make that triangle like that. 71 billion. Yeah. It's like the equilateral triangle and you like turn it this way.
You could be a highly paid McKinsey consultant just on the back.
I know.
But each segment has like a slide like this with, so they clearly made this template.
Thing.
Yeah, here's defense. Booz Allen Hamilton, man, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
That's a consulting.
So is Leidos. Oh,
yeah, but I know these guys from consulting, but they're not. It's evidently a different branch of Booz that is making aircraft carriers. I don't know.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah, that wasn't the area of consulting that you were in.
Yeah, exactly. But like they go to the CEO and they're like, "Well, we can do a cutting edge.
There. Yes.
We can do a global marketing study for you to help you know where to launch Coca-Cola flavored Oreos."
Right.
And
also,
we can build you an aircraft carrier.
Yeah, we meet all your needs. Like
this is called synergy. See, we here at Booz, we're playing chess. Other people are playing checkers. Right. You don't see McKinsey over here building aircraft carriers, and you don't see Leidos doing strategy consulting.
They're not talking about Oreos.
We're a one-stop shop. Oreos and aircraft carriers.
Boom.
Boom.
How could you hire anyone else? I mean, I don't know. I'm worried about Amentum now. How can they keep up with such a powerhouse?
That's it. We're shorting Amentum. I'm convinced. You just said boom. You know how many boom drop the mic moments I had in consulting? Where like, see this chart? Up and to the right. Boom. And they're like, send us the bill. We will pay your fees.
You're the man. Man.
Boom. They're like, did you check the numbers in that chart? And I'm like,
hell no. That doesn't matter. We're going to be out of here before they check that shit.
How about this graphic? Huh?
Ooh.
I designed this graphic.
I can talk around a lot of stuff.
And then I got help from Kalyn because she knows how to make the triangle point to the right.
That's right. That's my mad skills. That's 10 years of healthcare consulting for you.
Exactly. So, okay. So short. We haven't shorted anything.
Yeah. We can short them.
Fuck it. This is how investing decisions are made on the Robert and Kalyn Get Rich podcast. So this is not investing advice.
No, it's not.
I think is the key. I had a few things I was going to tell you about.
Oh, yeah.
Again, from this trip with the pedophilia podcasts and Justin Hune standing on his head telling you how great Uranium was. So I stop at a rest stop to fuel up for the first time. Now we've got this new car. It's a Maserati. Yeah. All right. Maserati takes premium gas. Oh. Maserati's got a 20-gallon tank.
Oh,
22-gallon tank.
Oh, man. And up here, that's a fortune.
So 22 gallons of premium gas in New England. What was my final bill?
$120.
Not so bad. $95. Trip to the gas station.
Man.
So then I go inside this rest stop because I want to cash in a scratcher, or at least try. I didn't know I couldn't yet at the rest stop ones. Because the states gets all high and mighty. All of a sudden, this lotto that we make all this tax money on for the schools. Well, you can't do that at a state-sanctioned rest stop.
The laws around that are ridiculous.
The laws around everything are ridiculous.
Yeah. They're so different. So Texas, you have to pay cash, 100% cash. You can't use debit for a lotto at all.
Yeah.
Right? And here, you can use a credit card, but you're limited to $600 per card per week.
Yeah.
And I'm like, listen, like...
I have access to more credit cards than you have.
I mean, and like, who are you to say that, like, how much I should spend on my lottery tickets? You know, like, if I'm a billionaire and what I'm really about is fucking dollar scratchers,
right?
I want to go and fucking buy out the machine.
Well, what you ought to do is send them your FICO score and see if they'll let you buy more than 600.
You might want to reconsider.
See what I got here? Kalyn, for the record, is an 850 FICO score.
Yeah.
Which is the highest she's ever scored on anything.
It's the highest you can score on that. So, yeah.
100%.
The one thing that's been tested that I test better than Robert on.
Yes. And
like an 845 or something.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, I've walked into this rest stop gas station. Cigarettes. $15 and $16 a pack.
Dude, I'm not surprised, man.
God.
I've been in New York City. So I was a smoker when I started there, and like in Texas, cigarettes were $3 to $3.50 a pack.
Yeah.
And I moved to New York, and they were immediately like $9 or $10. Now in Texas, they're like in the $9 to $10 range.
$9 to $10 a pack. I remember when they're like, we've got to price these to get people to buy fewer of them. $2.35.
Yeah, right.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Or like, let's put a 35-cent
right.
syntax
People are
on that.
Going freaking out like, no.
But my sense is like tobacco smoking is really
absolutely
dramatically declining.
Like plummeted.
Yeah.
Kids these days,
kids
will not smoke cigarettes.
Right.
They think that shit's gross.
Yeah.
And like won't have it. They might vape.
It's like dating.
Right.
Yeah. Just
like,
freaking
no dating.
Or real sex with real
smoking,
women.
But I will get this electronic thing and this other electronic thing. And who needs anything?
Suck that shit in my lungs, and who cares what the something we should get to work on is the 5-pound gummy bear. Oh.
Here it is, everybody. Our new shells. It's so great.
Yeah. Lit with like a halo of green lighting.
Yeah.
Our rule of thumb at this podcast is 1% better every time. 1%, 1%, the results compound. So our 1% this time was remembering the scale.
Yeah, and we did it. And the plate.
And the shelves. With these crappy lights.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like 3% better than last podcast.
You loyal listeners, and I'm talking to you, Spicy Nuts. You'll know how much better we've gotten.
No, God, yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Can you imagine if Spicy Nuts stopped listening 20 episodes ago and then comes back and listens to this episode?
He's not going to recognize it.
It's going to be night and day.
Yeah.
He'll be like, I knew you when you were this big.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Come here,
totally.
give me a
you're so cute. Come on.
All right, speaking of not cute.
Yeah, this is 4 pounds, 4.3 ounces.
I'm going to write it down because we always forget.
Yeah. Let go of the plate.
This is another 1% taking notes on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you listeners are going to be able to watch the evolution of this podcast over time.
Oh.
Like one thing we've learned to do is talk while the other person's eating gummy bear.
That was a really long bite.
Yeah, this thing
I went the distance on that one.
Yeah, you did.
You get some ASMR here. I mean, you eat this thing. It's
Mm-hmm.
kind of, oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Well, I had a good angle.
Mm-hmm.
I think about,
Yeah.
See, I live and breathe 5-pound gummy bear. I think about it 120 hours a week.
Oh, yeah, you do. You're like, where are we going to go this week?
Watching tape.
Yeah.
Like,
you're like, that bite, Kalyn took that one. That was the best bite. We got to take 2 bites each.
it'd be like one of the, it'd be like one of those terrible commercials where they're like, replay. No, rewind. See how she dug her teeth in? She's digging her teeth in right now.
Oh, that was weak
Oh,
sauce.
God. Back to the weight room, come on.
Yeah.
See, be strategic. You see, this one, you get a bunch of bonus material
Yeah.
just for this bite.
Hold on. I had like 50 bites before you had a single bite, so.
I know, but I think about these things,
Yeah. 4.18.
What about 1.8 ounces?
Yeah. 1.7.
What?
See, I told you, him hanging off is a problem. I told you guys, you fuckers were like, nah, he's gonna be fine.
You hangy downy.
Yeah, see, 4.17.
That's a lot. Is it really possible we ate 2.6 ounces? Yeah, I think we probably did. So let's do gummy bear math, which is always the most riveting.
Yeah. So how long will it take us to finish this 5-pound gummy bear at the current rate, which is 2.6 ounces per podcast? Which is going to be really hard when I go back to Texas. And,
25 podcasts.
We're going to have to divide the baby, I think.
Oh,
right?
I have to eat more?
When I go back to Texas. I mean...
It's no huge chore because this is a delicious gummy bear, I have to say.
It is a good gummy bear, for sure. And it started more than 5 pounds.
You know what we ought to do? Here's a good piece of homework we ought to do. We should go to the store and find out, what does a bag of gummy bears cost?
Yeah.
What does it weigh?
Right.
Like... We might have gotten a pretty good deal out of this. Like,
yeah, I mean, I got a very good deal because it was free.
Right, true.
So,
the best way to get things is to have them as a birthday present.
Right, or steal them.
Anything free.
Yeah. Just kidding, no theft.
But I'm thinking maybe you don't ever buy any. Next time you like
I'm like,
want.
I got hankering for a gummy bear.
I'm gonna buy a 5-pounder because it might be more economical.
Yeah, you're right. This might be our one piece of financial and investing
Right.
advice. It's like, if you fancy a gummy bear, don't be fooled by those fuckers at the store trying to get you to buy 6 ounces.
That's right.
Go for the 5
5
pound.
pound.
Do you think you're gonna have a life without the 5 pound? I mean, once we reach the end, are you gonna want to get another one? I feel like
We might be on to new things by then. I'm going to be totally honest. 5-pound gummy bear might have outlived its welcome, outstayed its welcome on this podcast already. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. It is a very good gummy bear. If I had to eat it more than once a week, I would be well sick of this shit. Like,
when I was just thinking about like the comedic benefit.
Well,
yeah. Plus, it's got stuff like this.
It's gross too.
Hairball hanging off.
Yeah.
Keep it away from the cats, because then it's going to be really, really disgusting. And my hands now are sticky as all get out. We don't have any wipes anymore or anything.
Well,
you thought ahead, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe a good segue from the 5-pound gummy bear is to talk about Halloween spending.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know about you, but man, I drive the neighborhoods and stuff. Not looking for little children. I just drive the neighborhoods because I like it.
You want to see the foliage and decorations and stuff.
Yeah, and like freaking crazy giant skeleton or giant spider thing has just, that stuff has just blossomed
everywhere.
And you're like, what did these things cost?
They're expensive.
Yeah.
I've seen them at Home Depot. So like the 14-foot one or whatever at Home Depot, the skeleton is like between $300 and $500.
Yeah.
It's too much for me. Like, I've seen houses that have like multiples of the big 14-foot tall skeletons, or like, you know, they clearly spent thousands of dollars on
yard art.
Right. Which I'm like, where do you have enough storage room for this?
Yeah.
Like, Jesus.
Where do you start giant skeleton thing?
Right.
I don't know. Anyway, this article talks about that and sort of the history of Halloween, which was kind of interesting.
Right.
Early 20th century, you didn't even wear costumes. You didn't even have candy. You just went house to house and like broke windows. And then it turned into house parties. And then costumes like only really started in the 1950s. Did people actually start wearing costumes? So that's pretty crazy. I would never have guessed that, because I was like, oh yeah, Halloween, it started in the Middle Ages, you know, and you I don't know, you dug up graves and put the corpses on people's front lawns probably, you know. But
I hope not. The Middle Ages are crazy.
Middle Ages, guys are back in the Middle Ages there. You go around and you rape a bunch of farmhands or whatever.
Bubonic plague and whatever.
You have sex with the sheep.
Yeah, right. And then
just
a rat bites you and you die.
Just another crazy Halloween, guys. Do you have a what's the hell is in Kalyn's portfolio today?
I don't have.
We already investigated AMTM, which was an absolute total mystery last episode.
I'll pull one
We
out.
got to the bottom of that mystery. I feel like we're like investigative journalists.
Yeah, we totally are.
Uncovering what's going on with AMTM.
I agree, whatever. Yeah. Let's see. Oh wait, what's this one?
Oshkosh B'gosh, the makers of overalls
I don't think so. No, they are an industrial company focused on designing, development, and manufacturing of all-purpose built vehicles and equipment. I probably bought them because I thought they were going to be
because they made
Oshkosh B'gosh.
It makes the all right
access segment designs and manufactures access and material handling equipment.
Man, that sounds exciting. What's the ticker symbol?
Oh, OKS. OSK.
OSK. Well, yeah.
Whichever one. Yeah.
All right, we will look into OSK and other such thrill rides.
Yeah.
I mean, we know how to design a cliffhanger on this show. I'm telling you what.
Sorry, I never meant to do that.
Go invest in some ridiculous stuff, and then we can.
Well, I was gonna just have us go through like the alphabet, like,
right?
You know, like that could be fun still. Like, let's see what is
We've already figured out. Oh, B.
Barnes Group. I bet that's Barnes and Noble.
Yeah. Does it have an E on the end of Barnes? Maybe they make Barnes. Notice how everything. Our theme this week is like Farmer Joe wearing his Oshkosh overalls, building barns.
Oh, great. This is Barnes Group, Inc. focuses on manufacturing capabilities and engineering to develop to develop advanced processes, automation solutions, and applied technologies for industries ranging from aerospace to medical and this is designed for me. Personal care to mobility and packaging. Yeah, we'll go through the alphabet.
All right, Barnes. Well, what was A?
A is AA is American Airlines.
Yeah, it is, but we're not on AA. We're on A.
A is Allegiant Tech.
Allegiant. That's
Agilent.
All right.
I'm good at reading. These guys provide applications-focused solutions that include instruments, software, services, and consumables for the entire laboratory workflow. Science people. They'll fit in with our stuff.
Yeah. Maybe we can introduce TXMD or Eagle Pharmaceuticals to Agilent.
Like, hey, you guys should work together. They'll be like...
Well, the other guy, they're like tool guys. So
right, yeah. They're like making a beaker or something. Not like with their hands, hopefully. It's out of glass.
No, they're like making like battle bots or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you know what all these people are doing? Or what all these people are? Nerds.
Yeah.
Nerds,
sure.
Every one of them.
Yeah, totally.
Except for the guys who are up at the high level, and those guys are
also nerds. But different kind of nerds.
Rich nerds.
Rich nerds who can talk.
Yes. All right. Well, guys, if you want to be a rich nerd who can talk, make sure you tune in to next week's episode of Robert and Kalyn Get Rich. Cue the music. This has been a production of Robert and Kalyn Get Rich. I'm opening these notes, even though they're the intro notes. I don't have outro notes.
Yeah. Right. This is my co-host, Robert Kimmel. I'm Kalyn Kimmel. You can send us a message at robertandkalyn@gmail.com. That's KALYN. Leave us a comment. Please share and subscribe and like our video. We'd love to hear from you guys, even if you want Robert to get rid of his Dawson's Creek haircut, or you think we're old and no one listens to us. You're wrong if you think that.
That's right, because we have 168 subscribers.
Look out!
And one thing all of our subscribers know, no matter who they are, they know.
Not financial or investment advice here.
Sure isn't.
I know it was disguised as such.
Oh, yeah. I know this definitely seemed like from start to finish a financial advice podcast. It is not. It is not. And with that, we will see you next week. Bye.